in New York City at the Mines and Money Conference. I'm with the co-founder and executive chairman of Auryn Resources, Ivan Bebek. Ivan, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
So let's discuss right from the get-go what your previous experience with Kadin and Asanko makes you really competitive in this space.
All right. Well, about 11 years ago, my partner Sean Wallace and myself, we started Keegan Resources, where we found 5 million ounces of gold. And we ended up with the second best success you could have as a junior, and that's converting that into an actual mine. That company today has 10 million ounces of gold. It's producing 225,000 ounces. But Sean and I demonstrated as a partnership and as a team that we could go and find multi-million ounce discoveries and monetize them all the way through to discovery and right into production. And so on the back of that company entering development, we wanted to do it again, and we thought of how can we improve this model. And everything we do is led by our technical teams. In Keegan and Kadin was Dan McCoy. But along the way, we met some gentlemen from Newmont, and they started working with us in Kadin. And we drilled a project in Mexico where after 100 drill holes, we sold Kadin for $205 million to Agnico Eagle in 2014 in the middle of the bear market. And so that was a tremendous liquidity event for our financiers, our shareholders. The share price went from about 70 cents a share to $3.50 the year into that sale at a time when nobody was making money in the space. Instead of enjoying those successes or the cash or the liquidity from it, we went to go and do it again and be much more aggressive about our approach. And what we've done is we went out hunting for major assets and for a really big, really smart technical team, and we were successful on achieving both of those things over the last 2 years, which brings us here today with Auryn.
Right, and then this year I know that you're going to be leading the largest discovery drilling program in the world. What about your technical team will allow you to be successful with that?
So it's the largest discovery drill program in the world, and what that means is we're not delineating ounces, we're looking for brand new gold mines. We're going to be drilling about 25 different targets. Each target could have been a parallel success to what Keegan was for us. That's the scope and the scale of it. Our technical team is the reason why we can do this. I'm glad you asked the question. They're predominantly formerly the Newmont Global Exploration Team. If you're an American investor or if you understand medical, the way it works in the US, there's the Mayo Clinic. And in Mayo Clinics, what you have is 7 different specialists that will decide on what your diagnosis is, not one doctor trying to figure out all different 7 specialties. In our technical team, we have at least 10 or 12 different specialists that all have different backgrounds in geology, that they each work on their own, then they confide together and they come up with a collaborative target. The efficiency, the ability to refine targets is incredible.
And you have a live portfolio approach for Auryn, so what is that?
So we call it a live portfolio approach. In the downturn, you saw a lot of companies make a lot of acquisitions. They would acquire maybe 10 or 12 projects where there's a lot of ounces add up, but they're not working on all of those projects. We have 7 major projects, and we're drilling every single one of those.
In Canada and Peru.
In Canada and Peru. We have high-grade gold in Canada, and we have oxide gold in Peru. Those are the 2 most profitable metals that you could actually mine. But drilling the entire portfolio is a hidden defense mechanism there that's we're very public about. We think the scale of some of these things that we start drilling is big enough that it may bring in some competitive corporate interest. Goldcorp is a shareholder of our company. They own 12.5% in a recent financing that was done above our current share price. But where we sit with that model is we want to know what all the potential is in a short period of time, so we can hold on to our company and monetize it as much as possible for our shareholders.
And besides that fact, what else separates you from other typical juniors in the space?
Yeah, I think that the amount of capital we're deploying for pure exploration being $36 million this year, I think the amount of meters drilling discovery-wise and the depth of technical team, I think this approach it's a new model. It's the portfolio approach. We've seen the JV model or prospect generator where a lot of companies would have several projects like we do, and they would JV them out to spread the risk, but they would also spread the reward. In our case, we mitigate risk more than any junior out there and we keep all the reward because we own all of our projects or have a right to own 100%, and we're going to drill all of those, and the amount of projects we're drilling will mitigate the risk. Something is going to deliver really big for us. If more delivers, then it's better, but you're not hanging your company on one drill hole, and that's why we're really excited about the low risk, maximum reward approach.
Really good. And now lastly, you made 4 acquisitions in the last year. Do you have anything else coming up that you can share?
We're so busy with this program. We constantly do review opportunities. We're still in the early stages of what we believe this bull market's going to do for us, and there are opportunities, but specifically we're looking at a lot of things, but our hands are full, and we're going to go deliver some major value with the drill bit first, but don't count us out for another acquisition. We might do one down the road.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the time, Ivan.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
So Auryn Resources trades as AUG on the Toronto Stock Exchange. To watch more videos from the conference, be sure to visit smallcappower.com.